With that said, hey everybody, it's Tuesday, March 9th. And I read a little excerpt here, I think from Matthew. Peter approached Jesus and asked him, Lord, my brother sins against me. How often must I forgive? As many 7 times? Jesus said, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Which translated means always. Always. And forgiveness is one of the hardest things, part of human nature, to forgive someone who has hurt us. Real or unreal hurt. We don't forgive because we somehow feel we protect ourselves. It's how we get back at people. We need to forgive. Came across a story. I don't have a last name to it. His name is Alan. Anyway, he was one of TV's most successful TV producers. And showed during the 60s, that was. He was executive here at NBC, and on NBC, Elvis Special, he wrote a comedy banter for the King Elvis, that is. Elvis was notoriously sweet and affected in those days before drugs took hold of him. Elvis was a different person. Now, once drugs, he's sort of a changed personality, but before that, they described him as a sweet, gracious man. Anyway, one day, Elvis had a very rare disagreement over a script line. And very uncharacteristically, Elvis got mad and blew up, and he and him argued loudly before walking off the set, which was, again, very rare, very, very rare. It was almost unprecedented. He didn't have this big head being a star. He was, approachable and gracious. But, things happen. Anyway. He went back, and Alan went back to work on the rest of the show. Later that night, the phone rings at Alan's house. It's Elvis. And he apologized. He says, I'm a real jerk today, and I was out of line. I want to apologize. Alan, like most, said, no, Elvis, no need to apologize. Understand? Forget about it. Let's move on. So, no. I want to make up to you. And he says, okay. And he said, the only way I know how to make up to you, he said, I'd like to come over and perform for you and your friends. He said, it's about 10 o'clock right now. I'll tell you what, I'll come to your house in an hour. Be there at 11. You call your friends, and I'll put on a little show for them. And so he calls his friends, said, you got to come over. I got a big surprise for you. You're not going to believe it. 11 o'clock, so about a dozen people came to his house. Some came in their pajamas. Some thought something was wrong with him. Some thought he was drunk. They didn't know what it was. And Elvis gets onto his motorcycle with his guitar hitched to his back. He drove in the rain to get to the house, and he shows up 11 o'clock. No, not even late, like stars usually are late as it is. Not him. And so he puts on a concert. And there he was. And for the next 30 minutes, Elvis sang and played, told stories, posed for pictures, signed autographs for everybody. He left about midnight. Wow. It's about forgiveness. Huh? Elvis Presley never knew that side of him. So the king could do it, King Elvis, with all his whatever idiosyncrasies, so can we forgive. So this Lent, you do nothing else. If you have any grudges, any ill will, any hatred, unforgiveness, this Lent, forgive. God bless you.